Oh, there we go.
It is working.
We in business?
Yeah.
Right now.
Do you want to start again?
Well, as soon as Eman gives you the heads up, I'll cut all this out.
Cool. Imagine you leave it in.
Yo, leave that in. Take 2.
What's
Yo.
Made in Chafford podcast episode 119. You know what it is. Let's get into it. You know, it's 2 Dems in the building. The real is back. The real is back.
Come on.
Listen, boys, introduce yourself.
Cole Sanusi, Big 2 in the building. What it is, what it do. What's cracking, beloved? Stay safe. Safe though.
Amarian's out there.
Scared.
Amari ain't doing nothing, bro. Allow it. Listen. It's Eman G45.
Come on.
The G's solid. The 45 is always silent.
Damn.
It's Genghis Chibogwe. It's the Black Mamba Dove.
Here's that.
What else? It's the Cheetah Yam. And it's the Prince of the East.
Prince of the East. No, Prince of Egypt.
Prince
Oh,
of Persia.
But okay, cool.
He could be Prince of Egypt if you want to be.
Maybe the
Don't let
Prince
me
of Kush.
Huh?
The Prince of Kush. Because the Prince of Kush actually defeated the Kingdom of Egypt. If you really want to go into it, but yeah.
What a time to be alive. How did man build the pyramids? I've really got I went into this like really deep hole because like it's impossible.
I understand what you're trying to say.
It's impossible.
No, I get it. Like,
It's not. So one of the mechanisms they used was the Nile, and the way they cut the rock, like the slab, it was impressive. The way they did it was actually awesome. So what they would do, they'll flip the rock and then place it inside a slot, then slice it off, make sure it's level. With, like,
Okay.
one of the masons. Mason is actual profession. Is an actual profession for carving and stuff. So they would get one of the masons to actually make sure it was flat. Then they would lift it up again on the Nile, flip it to make sure it lands on another slot. Then cut that to a certain shape, make sure it's flat. And then what they would do, they would lift that up, put it onto land, roll it all the way to a platform bed, and then put it on top of the thing. And then what they'll do, they'll just build scaffolding to make sure that they can actually build the pyramid perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might be able to roll with that because
Now
6 million tons. I said, yo, what you man on? Like, what is you trying to get? Like, what?
I think it's one of those things. Have you
it's
guys?
not impossible to build.
Have you guys seen it in person?
No. Have you?
No. But I hear everyone who goes says when they go there, it's just
It's
mental. Like
yeah.
how big it is.
Because that's what you don't even factor in. Like, that shit is tall. It's not even
Yeah,
like,
it's tall as fuck.
It's, I think, so what? One slab is a ton. They could, how? They didn't have cars and shit. We can't. They're saying we can't even make that now because we don't have the.
There's elephants. There's humans. There's humans. There's a lot.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Like if you have maybe 100 men pulling something, then yeah.
And we don't really know that. Well, there might be evidence of the time scale, but there's also, it's not like how we make a building.
Yeah.
It take a couple of months or.
But they were getting that shit up fast because if homeboy was dying, it's meant for him for his death. So
Yeah, true that. Listen, it's an interesting topic still. I do wonder. I haven't looked into it myself. I haven't really bothered to go into that rabbit hole, but it's interesting.
Yeah, no, I just got sucked into it on TikTok. I was like, there's no way. It's you know what? Shouts out to them, man, because they were getting busy.
Oh God, should we talk about Tom Holland and No Way Home? Have you guys all seen it? Right, you guys all seen it.
I've seen it. I've definitely seen
I'll
it.
take your bird, fam.
Man said that can't be his bird. No way. Why was the lizard dirty macking? He's like, that can't be his
girlfriend.
Bird. No way. Fag off. Fag off.
You know what's mad?
No way.
So Tom Holland is basically whoever directed all these Spidermans for Tom Holland. He's basically only fell in love with black women.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's a black king right there.
You are right.
Tom Holland, I see you.
I like Tom, If I see him, I'm dapping him up. Just giving him the Ned handshake.
For real.
My guy.
Nah, he's a king. He did well,
You think
man.
Ned is gonna turn on him?
Nah, I doubt it.
Nah.
Because he doesn't know him now.
Ooh.
That's not his boy.
Well, maybe no. Maybe.
And that promise doesn't make sense.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it already, you bloody have seen it by now.
Yeah,
It's been out for long enough. You should have seen
this is on you if you've not seen Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way, homie.
No way.
Spider-Man No Way.
Listen, I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it was an absolute blast from start to finish. He is the dumbest superhero, but you know, without his stupidity, I don't think we'd have 3 films.
To be honest, I think they just had me on the edge of the seat most of the time. And at one point where it was just like, bro, what are you doing? When he was facing Green Goblin.
What do you want him to do?
I wanted him to shank him up.
He got power drive through 3 stories of building, bro.
Because what's his name?
Ching man down to the ground.
Man, like Willem
You should have
Dafoe,
seen me in the
know.
cinema. Toby Maguire was there.
We're gonna say Toby.
Oh.
And Toby was there as well. Shout out to Toby from Don't Believe the Hype, yeah. And then Green Goblin basically stabbed
Toby Maguire.
Toby
My
Maguire.
man was like, "Oh yeah, shit."
And I was like, and then he turned around and said, "You don't have the guts." I was like, "Finish him now! Finish him!" I was there. I was just like, "Bro, what are you doing? Done him now!" But you know, it was.
Did you enjoy the film?
You know what? It had me on the edge of my seat most of the time. I love the fact that both Spider-Mans came out, Andrew Garfield and Toby Maguire. But we obviously knew that was going to happen. Just because
kind of obvious.
Everybody was just posting it out there that, yo, these guys are coming. So it's like, all right, whatever, man, cool. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Would I say it's a 10 out of 10? Maybe not.
No, it's a flawed movie. It's a flawed movie.
110%.
But
it was definitely a good film to watch. I could definitely say that.
I said, why are you taking them to the condo? I don't get it. I just won't understand it. But you know what? Probably the best use of spider sense I've ever seen in a film.
cold. Cold.
He was going through it when he couldn't put he knew something was off, but he couldn't put his finger on what was wrong. And Green Goblin was about to go crazy.
That's the best scene in the whole movie. Man came back, was like, Norman's on sabbatical.
And Norman's on sabbatical, honey.
And Jamie Foxx is like, the hell? The fuck? Hey, listen, Willem Dafoe, MVP of the movie. Special
real.
shout out to my man. Always running down his ops. He doesn't lack. He put Tom through way more than he put Toby through.
It's borderline unfair, if anything. Like, there was no need. He was doing the most.
And it was a good decision to get rid of the mask.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know, man.
Wait, what? You thought it was a good decision to
It's Spider-Man. He wears a mask.
No. I think we're not talking about the
Oh,
same
it's
thing.
in
Willem Dafoe's mask. Willem Dafoe's
Taking off
mask.
the mask, breaking it, and then going through the whole entire film without the mask.
Yeah, I hear that.
And
Because you
him
can
also
see the
doing-
range in it.
You can also see him doing his stunts as well. Because
He was acting.
Yeah, I saw that. He said, "I'm doing it. If you're bringing me back, let me get busy."
Strong enough to have it all. Too weak to take it.
Through 3 stories of building.
He was
Not even one.
He was fisting him up.
punched up, smiling at his face.
I don't know. What do you do?
Oh, that's an evil face.
That's an op.
That's
That
a
is-
real evil face that I like.
That is a true op.
Batista bombed, you know. I said, nah, impossible.
You know, I watched
Who
it
did
back
this?
here, and Tom Holland gave him one through through the balcony, and then
when he does
Willem
this,
Dafoe was like, "I bet."
Yeah.
Put man through 3. I said, "Nah, he's
that Green
absolutely
Goblin sauce is going crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, give me some of that.
Yo, he's drunk off of that, boy.
For real.
Nah,
I just think that's just extra confidence, because I don't know how you're holding them bangs.
He was by far and away the best villain in the movie.
Oh, without a doubt. It didn't even come close.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, let's talk about Jamie Foxx, because Jamie Foxx just turned up to be Jamie Foxx.
I kind of liked it. Like, I'm pretty sure this is a tree, dog.
Just a tree.
I
Listen,
thought you'd be black.
that was funny. I like that.
Shouts
That
out
was
to
good.
Miles.
That was a good
He's on
scene.
his way.
I don't get it though, because he literally was not anything like the Max that was in ASM 2. Like nothing.
Probably for the
character's
best.
completely
I couldn't sit through that.
If he was all that nerdy, geeky
I would have left
energy.
the cinema.
I heard that still. When I heard the theme song, I got PTSD. I said, "Oh no, not again, bro.
Not this guy.
Not this guy
The new
again."
energy gave him a new hairline.
He gave him the meanest shape up.
Good teeth too.
Listen,
I'll never forgive that film. They can do anything they want. Like they're all screaming online, give Andrew Garfield another film. Like we all sat through that.
if the MCU guys write it, sure.
If Sony
He's
have
a good
anything,
Spider-Man. He was good.
nah,
he was fucking sick.
Yeah,
They probably would do another team up again.
What of this magnitude? As in bring the
Yeah, but-
Spider-Mans back. I don't think they'll do it again.
No, nah.
Well, not for a while
Just
anyway.
a brief cameo.
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
Toby's not coming back to ever do this shit. But Andrew's on his knees.
Yeah, he came with his A game. He said,
Yeah, he said this was
I'm
an
not-"
audition. This was
and he was in his bag. All his lines banged. All
They
his
gave him
lines
$1 million
banged.
to come back. He said, "Yo, that's all I need. Give me the chance.
All his lines banged.
I don't want to lose you." Type of energy.
Listen, and Toby was more so like, listen, they pay me in the bag. I'm here. Man's just hearing it.
I don't even know if Toby was there. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
He saved Zendaya, man.
Oh, that was
Great scene. Great
It
scene.
was an
great
awesome
scene.
scene because it was like
Redemption, innit?
like I knew that he might do it, but I just didn't know how they were gonna actually visualize it.
Yeah.
So then it's the fact that pretty much
Willem Dafoe
William Dafoe just took him out. I was like, no.
with the realest up.
Then I see Andrew Garfield just
What's a goon to a goblin?
save
What's
him,
a
just
gun
like,
to a goblin, bro?
and it was just like, yeah, man, you did
Redemption, innit? Yeah.
For real.
it. You did it.
Nah, he
He's
did his
coming
thing.
back though, but you did it.
I would be interested in another film for him, but if Sony have any involvement, like
You know it's gonna be ass. Yeah, you know it's
that
gonna be ass.
Morbius film looks terrible. I'm
They-
hearing this coming in at 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Do me a favor and never watch Venom 2 in your life.
what
Never
universe
watch
is that
Venom
in?
2 in your life.
They don't even know themselves.
They put a trailer with so many hints that could be a part of any universe. Everyone's just given up and said, "Listen, they've just fumbled the bag here." Like,
yeah,
they've
no,
just-
it's
Serious.
it's if you look into all the little Easter eggs they've put in there, it doesn't make any sense.
at this point, I don't even know if Jared Leto's a good actor. Like, like I feel bad because he is, but oh man, I'm just not here for
There's
it.
no hope for that one.
Nah, not
Nah,
at all.
what film? What? Nah. I
There's
don't
no
know.
hope for that
I've
one.
not seen that many films where I could say, yeah, he's a great actor.
He's got an Oscar, so
Because there's that
He's
one
doing
film.
something right, I guess.
Was it Alexander? Yeah,
Alexander the Great.
I didn't say it. I said Alexander the Great.
That's what I said.
I thought you said gay.
I said Alexander the Great. Am I saying it right? Maybe I am. No, I am saying Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great.
The great.
Yeah.
The great, as in grey, as in color grey or grey.
Yeah, the Great.
This is a dumb conversation.
Yeah,
Listen,
Anyway, yeah. What was he in that?
he was in that. I think.
Maybe.
so.
I know Colin Farrell was. It's not a good film. Do you know when Hollywood was just spending money? Like when they made Troy. Like I love Troy, but I can admit it's a massively flawed film. But they must have spent 200 million.
Nah, Troy's a bad man film. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Do you know what? I'm saying it's flawed because everyone else said it's flawed, but I love it.
what you said was correct though. Nowadays, they're not going to make those type of movies. They're going to put the money behind the movies that are going to make the peas.
They should be doing this already. Like,
Spider-Man making a billy.
Or they might turn around and put it in series
Yeah.
because it makes more sense. But then now because you see Netflix is pumping stuff all over the gaff. They have content from every country basically.
Yeah. So it's like it's a well-oiled machine that's not never
Netflix's
gonna
money's
go
got to
out.
run dry at some point.
Nah, impossible. Well, I say it's not impossible, but it's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Anytime soon.
Not gonna happen anytime
Highly
soon.
unlikely.
It's far too popular. And, like everyone has it.
Yeah,
So
I
it's one
guess
of those
so.
things. I think with this movie though, I was trying to think whether or not I rank this series as the best. And I watched them back. I watched Homecoming back, and I watched No Way Home back. And I also watched the Raimis and the Webbs back.
Yeah.
I think it's the best. I
I don't know.
Like objectively speaking,
best
movie for
Spider-Man.
movie, I think it is the best Spider-Man. And the reason why I say that is I think the ending of this movie is so good that it allows them to do so much. And I think they ended it
It was basically a soft reboot for him.
they ended it perfectly. I couldn't write that any better. They ended it absolutely perfectly. Okay, there's loads of movie magic. Even like we're saying, the movie's not perfect. There's loads of MacGuffins and like, oh, this spell did this, so this happened, and we're gonna put this magic box. There was a lot of nonsense, but around the nonsense, the emotional bits hit, and where we see Tom now, it's almost like this trilogy was just his origin trilogy.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
because everyone's banging on about him being Iron Man Jr., blah, blah, blah. But I think they landed it so well that, you know, he can actually now be Spider-Man.
And more importantly, if Marvel and Sony don't come to a conclusion, if they don't come to a conclusion, they've ended it properly.
Exactly. It's a good way. It would be a good ending anyway, if that makes sense. Yeah. That's why I think it's the perfect ending.
Nicely, and they've made sure that, mate, if anything happens, it is what it is.
Listen.
Like, everybody forgot Spider-Man and everyone's forgot Peter Parker. So if he pops up again, it's just going to be a surprise.
You know, the Marvel execs are coming to Tom Holland's door, though. Like, boy, you best get your ass back in that costume.
My man was trying to say, "Oh, I want to settle down and have a family." I said, "Yikes!"
I don't blame you.
January 1st, get busy.
$1 billion, bruv. It's past $1 billion.
It's gonna end up with more, bro.
Yeah, if anything, if it weren't the pandemic, I don't even scary numbers.
It hit 2, 100% hit 2.
This is the pandemic numbers. That's madness.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it weren't the pandemic, it would have been clear.
Yeah. No, they did a fantastic job. Where would you guys rank it then? What's the best Spider-Man series? Obviously, we know ASM.
I don't know. Like, ASM's not even in the conversation. Maybe I'm looking at it through rose-tinted glasses. I just still have such a love for the originals. I just feel certain elements of Tom Holland's trilogy were just too cookie cutter for me. I just can't get past that, and I don't mind Far From Home, but it felt like for me it's a bit of a misstep. Do you know what I mean?
I thought it was really good when I watched it, but when I watched it back, I think Homecoming might be better, you know?
Homecoming
is really good.
Homecoming's clear.
Such a good film.
That scene
I didn't realize how good a film that was.
when he has to tell Liz that he can't be at the dance with her and he runs through the hallway. That's clear. Like, that's a real superhero moment.
That's a fantastic film.
But I just feel Far From Home was just too silly. It's typical Tom Holland Spider-Man fumbling the bag, like, dumb, to the point that it's unforgivable. I get it because he's a kid. He is a kid, like, but I just like to think, even at 15, 16, I wouldn't be giving away $1 billion worth of glasses to someone I don't really know.
Throughout the whole trilogy, he's made brazy mistakes.
It was very convincing.
Even still, like, Tony gave that to you.
At that age, you can kind of think about it, and you might as well just see yourself and just be like, you know what? Maybe I don't need this responsibility.
I hear that.
From that age, think about it from that age at 17, yeah? Somebody gave you such a massive responsibility of a technology that could basically save the world or destroy the world, whether you want to decide or not. And basically, this guy comes in with all this magic and so on and so forth, and you just can't believe like what you're dealing with, and this person does it with excellence.
And you got to factor in that this is why I love your opinion on this movie, yeah, or this whole series, because listen, this guy is 17 or 16, however old he wants to be portrayed. He has made tons of mistakes, yeah, and what I love, the way it's ended. Listen, you gotta pay rent now. You gotta get from the mud now.
Yeah.
Listen, there's rice at home now, bro. Spider-Man rice at home, bro. There's no games no more.
That's a fact.
You're a big ass man now. Go pay those fucking taxes, bro. And hopefully
GED as well.
GED, boy.
But hopefully they age him a bit, because Tom Holland can't keep playing a youth. He's what? He's 25, 26?
Yeah, he is in real life.
Bro, if they age him a couple years, make him early 20s,
How old
Spider-Man
is he
early
in real
20s,
life?
it'll be lit.
He's only like
25.
Yeah, he's younger than us.
But not
He's
actually. You
younger
know what?
than us, but he's
Okay,
not 25.
he might be 23.
I think he's 25.
He's older than he looks. A lot as well.
I think he's 25.
How old is he?
The nigga 25.
Told you.
I think Zendaya's the same age. So
Hey,
I know
don't
Zendaya's the same age.
get her name out your mouth.
I know Zendaya is the same age, but
listen,
Nah, I wouldn't have had it if he was younger and bagged her. I would have said, "Yo,
You'll be sick.
we need a crisis meeting."
listen,
he's,
man.
he's like 6.
Listen, there's rice at home, Spidey. You gotta get it from the mud now.
Yeah, he has to. My thing was this boy's been to space. Like, just mature a bit. Like, be sensible.
He's still a kid.
Nah, I don't know, man.
People know he's Spider-Man.
He's 17. Huh?
No one,
like, people still know
yeah,
Spider-Man,
the
they just
spell
don't know
was they don't know Peter
They don't
Parker
know who
exists.
Peter- so that side of him is gone.
That's a hard life, man. I mean, respect to him for requesting the spell to be made. I would have let them people come through.
I'm running into that coffee shop like, bitch, you with me. I'm your mans.
Don't go to MIT.
in Boston.
Listen, man. It's a
What are you gonna do in Boston?
I don't know. Cool accent.
Is it the best Spider-Man movie? like single.
No,
Singular.
Spider-Man 2 is still the best for me, but it's a film I watch time and time again. That just for that condo scene alone.
It might be my favorite, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting what's that thing? Recency bias. But if I weigh up everything and the fact that they've landed this off of 19 years of just Spider-Mans.
Well
I
done
don't
to
know
them.
if that's even a term.
I mean, it's the sort of thing I would never even thought.
think this is my favourite one.
It'd be something that I'd have thought, oh, this would be something I'd watch with my kids or something. But the fact that it's now, which is, I mean, yeah, kudos to them. I think we wouldn't, and also, you know what, big up to Miles, because we wouldn't have this film without Into the Spider-Verse, I don't think, because it showed it could work.
Yeah, and there's also the fear of them biting off more than they can chew.
Big time.
And they just about landed it, man. Well, not just about, they smashed it. I'm gonna be real with you. They really did a really good job. But yeah.
People ran to the cinema as well, you know. Second highest grossing weekend of all time.
What was your screening like? Were the people in there?
Yeah, they were going crazy.
I think, okay, because the group of guys that I went with, Nick, Gurkhan, Toby, Tristan, also Aaron, shouts to Aaron. Because we went with those group of guys, we kind of knew what was going to happen. But I think there was a bunch of people in the back right, that just didn't know. And they were just excited for
Losing
everything.
their minds,
They were excited for everything. Like, yeah, when when Ned was doing the thing,
And they came true.
and it came through. It's like, we kind of know already.
Yeah.
But it was that moment where it's like, oh, that's mad. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But to them, it was just
They
like,
were gassed, innit?
and then they see the next one, Toby McGuire.
Yeah.
It's mad, but it's like, yeah, all right, we kind of know, but cool, innit?
That was like my second viewing.
Yeah.
My first viewing was terrible.
Really?
But no one was there.
It was a really quiet screening, and there was like a bunch of kids in the front, and they were just talking the whole way through the movie. Just being little shits. The second screening though. Do you know what someone done in the second screening?
They did a backflip.
Someone did. No. Yo, shouts out to that man. That was a perfect backflip. Someone in the second screening, halfway through the film, just blurted out, "Aunt May dies."
No!
On my life.
He had an agenda.
Listen, Thanos was right, bro. A lot of you lot should be here, man.
Listen, don't waste your time with that show either.
Crazy.
Bastard.
Oh,
Proper
fuck.
bastard.
But yeah,
He
no,
was on spot.
that's so evil. But my second screening was a lot like you guys. Everybody was excited when everyone came through, blah blah blah. But I like that though. I like the energy. Sometimes it's too much, but I like when people can react. Even when I watched Infinity War, people going brazen in the cinema. So I like that, and Endgame as well. People going brazen in the cinema. I like it. Not too much, but I like reaction. I like clapping as well. If you want to give it a clap.
But
He put Aunt May in a
on them
spliff.
on them ones specifically, like
Dog.
on them ones specifically, we were there on the time it was viewing, like the day it came out.
Oh,
Do you know
is
what
it?
I'm saying? Whereas these other ones, cool, other people might have just noticed it, seen the film, spoiled it, whatever the case is. But the fact that we saw Infinity War on the day it came, the fact that we saw Endgame the day it came, do you get what I'm saying? It's a completely different setting.
Yeah, I'll
and
never
we've
forget.
waited for this. Whereas Spider-Man, we kind of know that he's about to do a madness. We kind of know that Andrew Garfield's there. We kind of know that Tobey Maguire's there. It's like, cool, let's just kind of see it and enjoy ourselves. And we did. So
Yeah.
They did a really
agreed.
good job. I think like that cinema experience with Endgame is something I'll never forget when the hammer comes back to Cap. Just insane.
Crazy.
Just all the callbacks. Yeah, it was a very well orchestrated film.
on your left. Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
Top tier shit. Yeah. Speaking of, actually, I guess since we're on the topic of MCU, I think you wanted to talk about all the
stupidest thing.
decisions. that
Listen, they've been. Oh, man, let me see.
give us a few examples.
So Bucky killing Tony's parents, and then them man jumping in because of it. Like they killed my parents, both my mum and dad. What are we doing?
You want to fight me?
And you want it's me. You want to fight? Both thrown around the shield. What are you looking for?
My phone. Bear with me. Keep the people entertained.
Another example was what's it? They were saying Homegirl gave up everything for Vision.
What's
the name? Wanda.
What, the fake one?
The fake? What you? Oh no, I'm talking about the real Wanda.
No, the fake Vision.
Oh yeah.
She gave everything up for the fake Vision.
What else was a dumb decision they came?
So
Well,
the Tony Stark one killed me.
What one?
He said he told all his ops to come to his yard. And then they blew that thing to Kingdom Come.
What did you think was gonna happen?
That was dumb.
My man gave his full address. Like what?
Have you seen the meme of where it says, when Spider-Man defeats Mysterio, and then Mysterio lists off his full name and every detail to do with him. Mysterio's the biggest op. Mysterio's the biggest op.
What's it? Cap getting with his niece, which would technically be his niece.
Hey yo, I just clocked. Yeah,
that was gross.
And then Peggy, or the other one,
Sharon Carr.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is that his niece or his daughter?
Nah, it's his niece. He still shouldn't have been lipsing her up like that. There was no need. Even if she weren't, like, it's still the love of your life's niece.
Yeah, true. That's kind of brazy.
Like, nah, there's so many other girls he could have got.
For real.
What was another example? Obviously, I think Tom Holland giving Edith the glasses.
Inviting the man them to Happy's yard.
That's Happy's house.
Yeah, that's Happy's
That was
house.
very dumb. Like, and when I think about it in the movie, I think this is like
He couldn't have done this at home.
this level of naivety is brazy. You just make crazy decisions.
Upon crazy decisions, he just doesn't get smarter. That's my problem. Like, I thought you would have learned,
You think that?
but no. Any opportunities to be dumb, he takes it.
Yeah, 100%.
Crazy.
There's so many.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of any others that just absolutely.
man.
But no,
It's a running theme.
I think these films have to have stupid decisions so the plot can move along. Like, it's easy for us to say from our point of view, like, man, God, that was dumb, but it makes sense that these people would make stupid decisions
Because we wouldn't get these crazy great
bangers.
movies, isn't it? So that's just the way it goes.
It is the way it goes. I guess we can slowly move into the next topic. So I'll go for Jay-Z's verses. So Jay-Z basically recently came out and said no one can beat me and his wife, to be fair, in a verses. How are we feeling on that?
Lil Wayne.
I think that was the biggest example that came out.
I think Jay-Z can be beaten in the verses, man.
Yeah, easily.
I know, obviously, it's a generational thing. We didn't grow up on Jay-Z. We don't.
Drake, maybe. I want to say maybe. Now,
How many songs is the verses?
No, the only
10,
thing
20
about
songs.
Drake and Jay-Z is the fact that Jay-Z is from a completely different generation.
Yeah.
And it's a different sound of music. But technically, he could go toe-to-toe with Drake. He could. Only
I agree.
if
I think he can.
the audience has lived through both eras.
Yeah, but the problem with that is the bias is always going to be for Hove.
It's always going to be for
I think
Mr. Sean Carter.
I think with Hove, yeah, I
He's
think
not Hove. His name is not. He's not God.
I think with Jiggerman, I think with Jiggerman, I think with Jay-Z, the problem is everybody kind of has accepted he is the GOAT, right? And he is the best rapper, right? But I think people tend to forget some of the things that you can hold against him. And what I say about that is, like, I think Jay-Z is literally 10 out of 10 for everything, but I think one thing he's not, personally, for me, amazing at are his singles. I don't think his singles are that great. I think they're amazing, and I think some of his rap cuts, the ones that people love, like You Don't Know, what's the name of a song I really like? But you know what vein I'm trying to talk about. There's songs where he just gives us bars as well. I think people kind of, they slightly overrate that, because I think if you were to give me 20 of Drake's best version of that, like his hits and his bars, or even Ye, I'm not gonna lie to you, even Ye, even Lil Wayne, I think they could probably beat him personally.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that as clear
I think Eminem
as he is in his mind.
No, Eminem can't
I
beat
think
him.
Eminem can.
Nah, he
No,
can't.
because
Maybe in a 10, but not a 20. Not a 20. You can't beat him in a 20, man. Too many of Eminem's biggest and best songs. Well, I say best songs. Age like milk.
Beat him.
What? Love the way you lie.
If that song plays.
Love the way you lie.
Oh, brother.
can't tell you what it feels like. I can only tell you what it really is.
You bloody know the lyrics.
Those are Mountain Dew raps. You know what I'm talking about, bro?
Monster. Monster energy.
raps. Yeah.
I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. And right now, what's it?
It's my windpipe.
Eminem is trash.
He's not beating Jay in the verses. Talking about windpipe. Must be outro. Now, I know what you're trying to say. I think he could in the 10. He could do well in a 10, but if you're saying 20 songs, I don't think you can beat him for 20 songs. Man.
How many is the verses? I can't imagine it's 20. That's a long night.
It's like 15.
That's 40. Jesus Christ. Nah, for the sake of conversation, we'll say it's 10. I don't think he's beaten. There's a few people that can beat him.
You know what?
10 for 10.
Let's make this a what if moment, yeah?
Go on.
If Jay-Z never retired and never took the position of an executive of Def Jam at the time, and we just forward it to now, DMX would probably be the only person who can actually defeat.
From what year are we talking from? From what year? 2000. When did he say? When Jay retired? So
Jay-Z retired.
So Black Album.
Yes.
I don't know.
If it's 10 for 10, I think 50 could give him a day.
DMX had an issue with the fact that as soon as Jay-Z stepped into Def Jam, he never got released. His budget was dead. Everything was it just never worked in his favor.
I'm following what you're trying to say now.
Especially because DMX was probably the biggest thing.
Mm.
He had two back-to-back albums.
Number one, yeah.
And then he came out, he did his acting thing out here with Jet Li and Aaliyah, doing madness, doing flips, everything like that. I don't know what happened.
I saw that clip. That's so
you know
funny.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But all of that, then his music career just died. If Jay-Z never took that position, and we fast forward up until now, so Jay-Z is a billionaire, and DMX had a different route in his career.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, DMX could probably be the only person to defeat
Jay-Z.
Yeah, the Jigga Man.
I'm not mad at that. That scenario. I'm not mad at that scenario at all because he sold so much the first two albums. So yeah, probably. There's not many people who can beat Jay now.
And both of these albums are cold.
Yeah.
Both of these albums are cold.
And there was X.
I think if I'm being honest, Drake, Ye, Lil Wayne.
I think the list is
it's
very
small.
short.
Yeah,
but if we're talking about hits,
Ye's not gonna join.
No, of course, but I'm saying for people who could give Jay-Z a long day, I'd say it's those three.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, it's, again, generational thing. We only know what we know in retrospect. But I'm of the same opinion as you guys that a couple of these guys could. His hits are great, but they're not. I don't know. They don't move me. Like if I heard one of his hits out, I'm just like cool.
What, H to the Izzo?
If I hear H to the Izzo, I'm like cool. If I hear DOA, if I hear what's the other song?
Forever Young.
No,
what?
That song.
What's that one with Alicia Keys?
Empire State. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay. If I hear Public Service Announcement, I'm like, cool. That's a good song.
Yeah, that's a great.
But there's just too many. There's too many of his hits. Or
change clothes.
Yeah, like
what's the one where he's on a yacht?
Not Big Pimpin', is it?
I think so.
Okay, that's hard. I love Big Pimpin'. Yeah, that's a big tune. Listen, he's no joke. Not a lot of people can dance with Hove, but to say that he's unbeatable,
if he's going against,
I don't know. If
he's going against Wayne, and all I hear is a milli.
That's when your body just.
I'm gone.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not even a conversation, man.
Man. Listen.
If they start freestyling
though, then
top of the dome.
And
top of the dome.
Hove can win at many categories. The only category I don't think it can win at is hits. If you're gonna do B-sides, it's probably Hove. If you're gonna do freestyles, it's probably Hove. If you wanna do like just rap, pure rap, it's probably Hove. But hits,
back for back.
I don't know, man. Drake's giving you a long day, a very, very long day if it's just hits. He's giving everybody a long day if it's just hits. Maybe Ye.
Sorry, say your criteria. So there's bars.
If it's just bars,
it's probably Jay-Z.
It's probably Jay. If it's like freestyles, but there's probably other people who can go with Jay for freestyles. If you're gonna do like deep rap cuts, Still probably Jay. Just due to the fact that he's been there for that long and he has that many type of songs.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But hits?
Hits.
Nah, dog, that ain't it, yo.
So it's in it.
That ain't it, yo.
It ain't it, my guy.
Smoking on top fives.
Burn that hard drive.
Fuck that album. Fuck that single. Burn that hard drive.
Nah, that's insane.
Should we talk about our top fives of the year?
What top 5 though? Because there's so many.
Movie, TV, and music.
I really can't talk about TV because I don't
watch enough TV, yeah?
enough TV to say.
I don't even know if I could do movies.
We don't even need to say 5.
No,
Let's
I
just
can
say the things
I
that you
can
fucked with this year.
Okay, 5 things that I've definitely fucked with in terms of TV.
Yeah.
I definitely messed with in TV. So there's Dope Sick for sure.
I need to watch it still. It's on Disney Plus, isn't it? I need to watch it. It's on my list.
One Division.
One Division.
One Division.
For sure, One Division.
How do we sing that on sync like that?
What's it? It's
Oh shit.
I go forward along in it.
the Power of the Book of Canaan. And then also,
Hey, pause for a second. Before you continue,
Yeah.
Power Book of Canaan is killing me. Did you see the latest episode? Oh no. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up. I was thinking about
Power
Ghost.
Book 2.
Have you,
I haven't seen Power Book 2. I've not seen any season of Power Book
the
2.
funniest thing I've ever seen happened in the most recent episode. But sorry, continue.
Was it when my man was shouting?
No, shall I tell you what happens quickly?
Go on.
It will literally take me a second. Basically, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
What's the kid's name?
Tariq.
Tariq goes to jail.
Yeah.
And when he goes to jail, he gets a note from Ghost. Ghost is dead, obviously.
Yeah.
But he gets a note from Ghost. So he opens it and it says, "This is where I thought you'd be all along, little nigga. Right where you belong." And he reads it, and it's like it's in Ghost's voice. Bro, I was inconsolable. Who thought that was a good idea to put that in the show?
That's insane.
Like he sat in a cell and he just reads it out, and it's like, "This is where you belong, little nigga. Just where I thought you'd be."
Wait the fuck up. Sleep time's over.
Anyway, sorry, as you were saying, top 5 TV shows.
So yeah, Dope Sick, One Division, Book of Canaan, Power.
Okay.
Then there is
Good show.
BMF.
I need to watch BMF. Man.
Heavy. BMF is heavy.
Everyone keeps telling me it's really, really good. I need to make time for it.
What else? There's something I did watch that I really enjoyed.
Squid Game?
Squid Game was cool. Squid Game. I'll put that in my top 5.
It needs an honorary mention, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I got
'Cause it's just
4.
how impactful
Yeah,
it was.
the cultural
I
moment
have
it was.
4, but I don't want to say 5. But yeah, 4 for sure.
Dope. Off the top of my head, I might put Raising Cain in there as well. That was actually pretty
Raising
good.
Cain.
It was just done well. Like I didn't expect them to make a TV show that well, because we've watched a lot of their stuff and you kind of have an idea of what it will be like, but it felt distinctively different enough that they put a lot of care into it.
Was it of a higher quality?
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably put Squid Game just for the sake of it being what it was. One Division as well. I really enjoyed One Division. I thought that was phenomenal. I think that's it for me, really. TV this year has been a bit. It's not been fantastic.
Marvel, stop making shows, man.
It's not been fantastic. It's not been a fantastic year for TV, but
Yeah.
there's definitely been some standouts. How about you, Demi? What's your
I don't know.
TV?
I don't know if I could do that. Top 5 things that happened.
Or just anything you've watched that you've enjoyed. Doesn't need to be 5. I just said
I
5
don't.
for the sake of it.
I think there was a lot of good moments this year that I thought were worth celebrating. Body going number 1. It was good for the scene, good for the drill as a genre to be able to say, "Yo, we've got a number 1 single." I think there's so many great moments. I'm trying to think of some other things that I really enjoyed watching. I don't know if it was this year, but I really enjoyed coming across This Is Us, the TV show, which you can watch on Amazon Prime.
It's a good show.
That was probably, that was one of the good finds for this year. And I think it was a good year because we also got a film that we didn't expect to be to such a high quality in No Way Home. I think it was something all of us were looking forward to, and it met expectations, because things like that, they could fall on their ass and they could actually be quite bad. So it was nice to see that wasn't the case. Those are the sort of moments that really stood out for me. And that, I guess 2021 was a bit of a meh year, if that makes sense.
Well, as far as content.
Yeah. Which is weird to say because we got a Drake album and a Kanye album, but I just can't put those in my moments.
What's your favorite albums of the year?
Kanye.
That's your favorite album of the year? Donda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt Comey, Pray For.
Hey.
Yeah. Side B of Hitler Wears Hermes.
I can't believe we got away with that. 7 albums. I'm always gonna say that when it happens.
I hear that.
Yeah. Who else? Gets. I really enjoyed Gets.
I think that's my album of the year. I think.
God, I can't believe that came out at the top of the year.
I think that's my
What a
album.
what a long ass year.
Long ass year, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man's kind of similar. Gets. That's definitely album of the year for me. Isaiah Rashad's album was really, really good to me.
Isaiah Rashad, yes, for sure.
Baby Keem's album, I think, is actually really good, man. I think that's a really good album. Little Sim's album and Dave's album, I think that's my top 5.
Of course, yes.
Oh no, and J. Cole's album as well. That's my top 6 albums of the year for sure.
Yeah, some good. Yeah, we did have a little bit of a feast then.
There's been some good albums, man.
Yeah, no, for real. What was that? They killed Roddy Ricch, man. 64K first week.
That album's not good. do you know what really pisses me off? What really grinds my gears, bro? When I listen to that album,
Yeah.
and when I'm really pissed off with the album, I think the album is shit. Then the last song comes on, and the last song is phenomenal. That's what happened with me with the Roddy Ricch album. That 25 million song is sick, but the rest of the album is like a fucking slog.
When he said I'd take my girl for hibachi and hirachis, I said, what are we doing? Yo, this is music. You know what I mean?
I completely forgot Nas's album, Magic. That album, I need to listen to it again, but it might have slid into my top 5 because
another
it's
album.
fantastic. So good.
What's my man's name? Russ. His album was very good.
Everyone keeps saying this as well.
Top 2.
Russ's album.
Oh, as in American Ross.
American Ross.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that.
I need to listen to it.
I saw the features. I said, yo, how's he got this? This is trying to assemble the Avengers, man. Trying to get them bars off.
Quite literally, yes. He is actually trying to assemble the whole rap scene. Like, the actual rap scene.
Fair enough.
People who are just borrowing for fun.
Yeah.
And then who just made money off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Making money for bars.
Yeah.
I respect it. Nah, it does sound like a really good album. Sounds very much up your street, especially with the features that were on it.
Yeah, it's been
a decent year. I guess we'll talk about this later, but interested to see what 2022 has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good year. It's been a good year for us as well. We've been consistent as per usual.
That's the aim of the game, peoples.
You know what I'm saying? Keeping the ball rolling.
Has to be done.
But yeah, content-wise, it's been one of those years. I do agree with you. There's been some good movies, but we don't really go to the movies that much unless it's really a big movie nowadays. Really.
Yeah, that's gone. That
Typically.
middle movie that you might think, oh, you know what? Let me just go. Let me just see what it's about. It's done.
I watched King Richard on the weekend.
Where'd you watch it?
It was a stream.
Oh, fair enough. Already?
Yeah.
King Richard. What's that about?
The king from the 1700s. I'm joking.
Eman's face. It looks like
It's Selena. Who? What? Serena?
I said Selena.
You scared me. Serena and Venus Williams' dad.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
Great
I
movie.
know it was in my head, but I was thinking, what's
All the controversy paid off, Will. We made it. We did it, Will.
You did a good film.
It was great.
Nah, it was
It
fantastic.
was great. It was absolutely great.
I really enjoyed that.
The way he was
film.
campaigning, it didn't look like a campaign.
That was not a campaign. That was my wife is killing me. Give me an Oscar,
You know what it
please.
is, yeah? That sort of campaign is basically whatever he was trying to do. I think he was basically trying to say to men that we can be vulnerable, and it just didn't bang.
It backfired, didn't it?
It didn't bang in his favor. Both men and women, and they and them, they didn't like it. Nobody liked it, you know.
When he said he was vomiting, I said, "Come on, man. Let's." No one's enjoying this.
No one wants to hear that.
It's only you. And
Just you, mate.
just stop interviewing this couple.
Honestly.
That's
How
what
can you beat to the point you get to the point where you just want to puke?
I don't know, man.
Unless if it was poor dieting. It must be on keto, you know that.
What?
It must be on a keto diet.
I have to say yes because it was just abysmal. I don't know what he was on. I mean, we've given him enough slack on this pod.
We'll kill that man.
It sounds like we hate him. We don't. I want the best for him. He's a black legend.
You know what? Joe Budden was actually right about like Will Smith. It's like, why is Will Smith doing all this social media stuff? And if you look into the core of it, his whole relationship is just going sour, and he's just trying to please people to get away from that. And it's like, bro, we now know what you're doing. But
We know what's going on in the house.
Yeah, it's bait now, innit? It's bait.
You should have just got with Margot Robbie, man. That was he had the chance to escape. Find milk.
The milk's of Magnolia.
That milk ain't going off.
You know that milk that you can put inside the cupboard
You man, I'm saying some bad jokes
for 3 months.
Hey,
What's there
For 3 months. What is it called? Is it
long life.
concentrated milk or
It's a
something?
long life. That's like, condensed milk.
That's
Not
it.
condensed. No, is it condensed or concentrated? Either way.
It's sweet.
Yeah, she's condensed milk. We're gonna call Margot Robbie condensed milk still.
For real.
She earned that.
I'm not part of this. Just to let you guys know.
Oh shit.
Um,
Alright, what should we end it there, or should we quickly discuss Batman? The
Yeah,
trailer? You
I
wanna talk
mean-
about the trailer, right?
what is there to really discuss apart from Zoe Kravitz looks amazing? Listen, I understand it. Let's get the jokes off now.
I'm on my knees.
Have you seen Zoe Kravitz in Divergent, Allegiant, and that Divergent series?
No,
She's
I
not
can't
the
say
best.
I have.
She's not the same person. She's obviously, I don't want to say developed, but nah, man. What are we even talking about? Like, fuck all this. If Jim Gordon calls me, he's just gonna have to understand.
Listen, if Gotham burns, bro. I don't give a fuck.
For real, there's nothing to talk about, man.
She's phenomenal, man.
Yeah, oh god, she looks incredible.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Fighting crime and looks good doing it.
And she's acting well in it as well, from what I've seen in the trailer. She's in
There's
the bag.
some writing in there I'm a bit worried about. When she said about the fucking
9 Lives?
I said, yo, get out. Bitch the
It's
door.
it's on brand. It's on brand. It looks good. Oh no, the cinematography is looking
Yeah, I think
sensational.
that's what's gonna really hold that
Oh,
film,
mate.
because it looks beautiful.
It looks unbelievable. I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited for this film.
It's not even that far away as well. That's what's
Nah,
really
it's
good.
March, bro. There's so much good content coming out in the first quarter of this year, man.
That Doctor Strange 2 as well. Them man getting
Strange
busy.
2,
Is that 2022?
Yes, sir.
2022.
March 2022 as well. I think
Atlanta's back in March.
really.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer.
February, Snowfall's back.
You can keep that.
Wow.
That's Annie.
No, I'm joking.
Dancing Idris.
I'm with Denzel on this.
Listen,
Dancing.
Dancing. You gotta work to get this.
All that social media stuff is cute, but you gotta put in the work.
Crazy.
I said, does he? Someone in his camp must have said, "Yo, come, let me just put this kid's on smoke. He's actually really
He's actually
acting."
pretty good.
He's I mean,
You don't need to do all of that.
you're just being rude at this point.
Yeah, but he didn't know.
Now he's been asked
And
twice.
he's
He
from
must
New
have. The first one, I'm allowing it because you might just know. I think fucking hell, he's a
second
better
one's
actor
wild.
than your son potentially. So talk to me nice.
Or don't talk it out.
Exactly. But the second one, come on. He tried to make it seem like he's just some Instagram actor. Like that's not what dancing's on.
Listen, I don't think dancing. Who's this dancing? Listen, do you guys think they could top the old Batmans with this?
They're gonna give it a go.
Batman series, sorry, with whatever this had to do with these movies.
I'm very interested to see the direction they go in.
I think it's doable, man.
Don't care, to be honest.
Really?
Nah.
You're DC'd out.
Yeah.
There's never DC'd anything. You fucking one good film with Man of Steel, and they just said, "All right, let's
We're
see how
done."
we can fuck this up."
Yeah.
No way.
Time.
Let's see how it goes, man.
Man of Steel's underrated, man. They just need to give it his flowers.
I will find him.
I will find him.
Man like Zod, you know.
He was on smoke.
He had enough of y'all niggas.
For real. It's sickening.
Yeah, man.
But we'll see how this turns out. I'm excited for the Batman. Again, I think the cinematography is really what's going to be what holds this film.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks very visually pleasing, and we'll see how they land it.
110%. Well,
Alright.
Yeah.
music choices, lads.
Chomp 2 by Russ. The song is called Faith. It's by him and Jadakiss. A lovely song. Yeah, great song.
He has the best ad lib ever, man.
He does. Do you know what's mad? I always thought that Victor looked like Jadakiss.
I actually kind of see it. I actually see it. I see it.
Yeah. Shout outs to Victor.
Shout out to Victor, man.
Shout outs to Margin Blue brand as well.
Come on.
Yeah, it's recently released a few items in the capsule, so go check it out.
Dope.
Margin Blue.
My choice is Speechless by Nas. It's on Hit Boy and Nas's latest project, Magic.
Them two a duo now.
Look, they better be, because boy, some of the beats on there and some of the rapping on there, Nas is in. I can't even say he's in his bag. He's just floating on that song in particular. I've not heard him rap like that in a long time, and I thought King's Disease 2 was a bit overrated personally, but this is that good shit.
All right, mine is Clavish and Fumes the Engineer. Very good freestyle. I've always enjoyed Clavish, but yeah, this is him like in his bag, needless to say.
Dope.
So that's my choice.
That's the last episode of 2021, guys.
Oh yeah, eat it up.
Listen.
Shout outs to everybody who's been listening on all platforms, Spotify, Pandora.
Especially Pandora.
Is it Deezer?
Shouts out to Pandora, Deezer, everywhere. Literally everywhere you get your podcasts. We appreciate you guys. Pandora, we appreciate you guys. America, we appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? You said in one of our episodes, triple plat. You know?
Send that shit to the moon.
Thank you.
No
Oh,
buzz.
God, so we appreciate you guys. Also, there's now reviews on Spotify, so leave us some reviews on there, please. And
Great, no
same
deal.
as Apple Music as well. Is it Apple Music? Apple Podcast, sorry, as well. Leave us 5-star reviews. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, and repeat.
We know the deal.
You know what I'm saying?
Take care of yourself. You're going to hear this episode tomorrow. We recorded on Tuesday, but you're going to hear this on Wednesday, which is today.
Yes.
Shout out to you. Make sure you stay safe.
Yes.
Yeah. If you test positive,
Stay in the yard.
what he said, do you know what I'm saying? If you test negative,
Stay in the yard.
no, you're outside.
That's why we outside.
You outside.
Come to my block. You know where I'm at.
Yeah.
The real New York.
We outside.
But anyway, guys, listen. Have a nice 2022. Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
Be loving.
Yes, sir.
Be kind. Know what I'm saying? That's it.
And we out. Bye.
Bye.